Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, depending on your time zone. This is your host, Dr. Peter. We're going to look at a couple of the instruments that we trade and to decide or deduce the next line of movement or direction of this trade, and to look at the structure if it's completed or not. This is DXY on the weekly time frame. What we have done so far, if I recap, is that we have done this to finish leg A, and we have done this a WXY to finish leg B. So if this is to go down and finish leg C, would it be an ABC correction to the downside for us to continue to move up to break the top or not? We need to first complete this structure, and that's what we are after now, to see if this structure is completed. And after we had completed this structure, that is when we can begin to think of either we are going to have a bigger correction for more downward movement, or that we are going to break up. So that will be what will happen ultimately. But for now, we need to complete this structure. But this core structure looks incomplete for now as a 5 waves. And the movement down back to the upside here makes it a wave 2. And so far, we have seen a wave 3 major. Then this movement to the upside looks like to complete a wave 4 major. And I believe we still have to turn down the last time to break this bottom. And that would now signal that either we have completed the ABC movement or that we're going to go up for a bigger correction. When we get there, we'll know. But for now, the mood of the market, based on the price action I'm seeing here on the weekly, if you look at this price action, suggests that we are correcting, but we are still coming down. That's what I can see. When you see weeks like this, week and week, long week, these are rejections, but the price will still come back down to finish up its and close appropriately before we see either a bigger correction or a reversal. So now this wave 4 to me looks complete. Any moment we can turn to the downside. So for now, we should be looking where the price is at the moment. For me, I'd completed this wave 4, but maybe not immediately we're going to turn down. Let's see what we have on the daily time frame. On the daily time frame, yes, this may end up this day in a doji like this. And if this happens, one or two things could happen. The price may actually begin to descend. Now, if I zoom in, you have to be very careful. This is not a place you want to buy anymore. You don't want to buy anymore. It's either you pick your buy, your sell from here or from this area, but you don't want to buy this anymore because this may have completed this. And again, the price may still come down and break the top once more and begin to fall. We must be aware of what price can do at this level. We must be aware of what price can do at this level. It could just go up one more time, break the top, and begin to fall. But of course, we'll first need this to close like this on Sunday towards Monday. If it closes like this, it's a good indication that the price almost has lost its momentum to go up, and downward movement is what we should be looking for. That's the mood that is captured here. If you look at the 4-hour time frame, on the 4-hour time frame, if I zoom now, for me, this movement had captured the first wave to the upside, that we can say it's a W, and this movement in the middle, the triad ABC of an X. That's the way it looks like. Or you may say this is the first A big A, B, C of a big B, and this is a big C. Now, in our attempt to now draw your Fibonacci retracement, the best to do is to look at the height of the correction, where it started from, B started from. So this will go all the way to tick A, and this low will now tick the end of B. So an 100 extension is what you should look for. These are just falling short of 100 extension by a little pips, So it didn't reach 100% extension. So what I see in this market is that the price may break up one more time or not. So it now depends on how this is going to go up. But for sure, a break below this level again signifies that we are selling. So if price should drop below 100 here, 100.088, then the price has resumed to fall. So that is how. So if you are buying this, this is where you can put in your stop loss in case prices, you don't want to close immediately your buy. This is where to put the stop loss, maybe about 2 pips behind it, and see how price is going to go. If it begins to go up, it may be the last with the upside, then you will now begin to pick, a sell settle from there. That is what I can see. If this goes up like a sharp movement, then it's going to break up. If it goes up in a 3-wave correction, then you must know that you are going to pick your sell setup. So that is what we can see here. Now, if you go to euro dollar, it's the same thing that you should expect on euro dollar too. Now, on euro dollar, the price action here suggests that I think we are ready to go up. It suggests that we are ready to go up, this price action here. So if we are ready to go up, then we should expect that this is probably going to give us a correction for us to pick a buy. This is a level you don't want to continue to sell. You don't want to sell here, but a break above 1.12950 now becomes a buy. So at times you may think that price will come to that level where you think is going to tick 100 extension, and it might not just do that. So we are broken these, the liquidity had been grabbed below here and below here. So the price, looks set to go up. But for now, the movement to the downside may just give us an opportunity to pick a buy from the low. And if you have been selling, this is where to put a stop loss in case price wants to push back to the upside. Maybe about 1.12950 area. That's where to put in the stop loss and see what happens here, so that you don't lose your gain from the top here. This price is, and if it comes down again and break down, that will be the last low before they go up, before they push up. That is what I think it's. So we need to see the inside of this structure as it's coming to the downside. If it's going to be like a motive wave, to the downside, so that might just be the last, because really, if you look at here, it looks like a wave 1, wave 2, wave 3. This may have given a wave 4 and a wave 5 to have finished that leg completely. Because of what we had seen here, it could have been a wave 3, wave 4, this little correction, and wave 5 to have finished that. And Again, it may just be a wave 1, a wave 2, a wave 3, maybe it's a wave 4, because it's at about 50 retracement of this move. And we know in a correction like this, wave 4 can still encroach the territory of wave 1, or about 50% retracement before it falls. So you must bear all that in mind, that these, if it comes down in a 3-wave correction format, we can begin to look for a small pie from here and see if we can hold, if this will break to the downside. If it breaks to the downside, good for us. But I think we must begin to trail our sell now, because I don't think price is going to push real hard down to 11,200 area. Even price may not even get to 11,600. I think this is where price is going to stall. We must be looking for an exit of our sell, and the best way to do that is to begin to, trail the stop loss as the price is going down. Pound USD. Pound USD. Pound USD, to me, this also looks like the price is going to break the top one more time. That's what it is looking like. A break out of here between 133,575 and 133,780. It means that price is going to go up on the last time to break up and begin to now give us a bigger correction. So I still see that if price should go down to give a bigger correction to the downside now, then we know that price will push hard to the upside. But it looks like what price is going to do, because this is actually quite a bit impulsive, is for us to have a correction to the downside and go up one more time. So it might be the last wave that this is developing to go up, break the top, and now begin to give us a bigger correction. That is what it's looking like here. So if it does not break here now, or this area between this 133.70 and 133.550, if it does not break that upon the correction to the downside, if it does not break down, then we can look for more downside. But it looks more that price is going to, even if let's look at the daily time frame and see what the mood is on the daily time frame. Yes, on the daily time frame, with this, of course, it's still possible. So far, price does not break this area. This is the area. I think this is the area you must look at. If price does not break 1.3400, yes. If it does not break that, yes, we can see more downside, because it could have just been an A, B, C of an A wave, then the B wave going up on that bigger time frame for us to fall more. So anything is possible here. If you are selling these, you can trade your stop loss. Probably look for an exit on the 4-hour. Let's look at it. Let's look at it. Let me see what the weekly time frame is offering us. Yeah, everything is still points. You can see clear regression 1, 2, 3. I think this is still bullish. We are going up to close for us to now have a bigger correction of this whole way to the downside. That's what I can see. We are about correcting this whole way to the downside. That's what I can see. Probably an ABC is going to go up more. That will probably break the top, and before we see that correction, that's the mood that is being captured now. So clear rejection on the weekly about 3 times. So on the 4-hour time frame, I think this one that is coming down, it's where you can plan an exit before the price go up again. On Nzdusd USD, it might just be the same. Nzdusd USD, okay, price may come down to take the low the last time before it goes up. All these things are getting ready to probably this bigger correction of this old wave is what we are expecting. But I don't think, because the price had not actually fall sharply to the downside, so it's still consolidating a lot on the higher time frame. So what we should expect is price may come to take the low the last time and break up before we now see that bigger correction. So anything that is here, if you see this price come down, you should be looking for, I think, a buy setup for the last move to the upside before that bigger correction. So that is what I think is cooking. We may still break this low the last time from this mood of the market. We may break this low the last time or not. Now, if you look at USD/JPY, yen, dollar yen, on dollar yen, this looks, because this may have completed an ABC. Now, in a completion of an ABC, we should expect that, price will do this, correct deep, a bit deep, and fall. That would have been an ABC for more fall. But with what price has done now, shows that this looks like it's going to go up the more. I think for now, what I can see here, because this is quite a bit impulsive, it may just be a 1, 2, a 3. If this is the fourth wave, the way Amana, this one will go to the upside and break the top. Let's see how it goes up to break the top. If that happens, we might be looking for a bigger correction, probably a bit deep before more upside. This may actually be this. Let's look at what it may give us. And this may actually give us an ABC of W, an X, and this may go up to give an ABC of Y. If that happens, then we are looking at the possibility of this. Where do I go to? Now, we might be looking at the possibility of this being a bigger A wave, a bigger B wave. Now, the C wave that is coming to the downside, this may now be out of A of C wave, and this may just around this area. The price may want to visit around this area to give us a B of C before we have a C of C that we break to the downside. It looks more like what we are seeing here is a WX and Y that is going to form. If this one breaks up, then we are going to see a B wave of this correction, because this is going to be a C wave here. We can even call it a WX or an A, B, C, but it looks more like a WXY, a WX, and this Y is going to probably give us like a triad. This one breaks up, give a bit bigger correction, then the last C leg will push hard to the upside. Eventually, we must be looking at this as a possibility of extension, where this is a WX extended between 100 and 1618, and it may just be giving us something around this area before we push down without breaking this area. Price may not even break this area. I think this is the area we should look for, that price should not break 151,300 before we now begin to see that C leg to the downside. Now on gold, gold is where I want you to pay a close attention on gold. I think let me pick from the weekly time frame and zoom in. We had expected a big fall. We had expected a big fall. Regardless of whatever you may be thinking of gold, the reaction that I'm getting here, the mood of this market tells me that price is going to go up and break the top. That is what I can see. I can't see anything that tells me that, price wants to now do a bigger A or WXY, the WX, and a Y to the downside. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. It may happen, but for me, I think it's about 25% chance of that happening as a WXY to break down again. But the mood here with this rejection, clear rejection from here, you can see that's it started like that here with a clear rejection, and price tried to, force its way down. They couldn't do that much. And for us, then we now had this to the upside. And because it's bullish, if it closed bullish with this rejection, if it closed bullish in another less than 6 hours bullish with this clear rejection here, tells you the movement of price ultimately is to the upside. That is what I can see. That is what I can see here. So if we go on the daily time frame will not help you much. But this, I'm looking at the weekly time frame, I think is 70% to go up and break the top. So how do we plan? Let's look at the daily. On the daily, so it may just have ended an A, B, C here. Because some people will tell you this is probably X, and that this is come to the downside as a Y to break down. I can't see that. I don't see that on the weekly time frame. I don't see that on the weekly time frame. And that is what, the mood I'm getting. Otherwise, some people will tell you, okay, this is X, and this is coming down as the first wave of Y, and this is going to go up as the second wave and the third wave. If that happens, we'll take it. But how do I want to set? A break below this, if price should break below this, because this is on the daily time frame, this is actually looking like if it's closed like this, it's a bullish sign. Maybe price will come down again to break the bottom, or about breaking the bottom before it goes up. It may happen like that. So, and if I see an opportunity for price to come down, I think I should be looking for a buy. And if price should now pull up to break the top, then we are in that buy. So in that case, this will now be the first wave to the upside, the second wave, then we'll be looking for the third wave to the upside, and the fourth and the fifth to finish this. Then probably we'll now see that bigger correction. Now that's the mood on the, we can see we have captured the mood, because the mood on the weekly, overruns or over yes, it overrules what you are seeing on the daily. And the mood of this market here, it's another thing. So if you look at the 4-hour time frame, on the 4-hour time frame, now on the 4-hour time frame, what can I see? This is still the ABC of that fourth wave. And the way this one went up, it's another thing that tells me, you see, this is like 1, 2, and the 3. So, I think price is just correcting this from here to here. That is what the price is correcting. So if care is not taken, you will think, oh, this is a 1 and a 2 and a 3, a 4, a 5. I don't see that. Now, with this rejection here, I see it as an opportunity for price to come down, to pick me to buy. So small risks to buy, that is what you can do. Read the move of the correction that this one is going to give, and at the turn of that completion of correction, it may break this low or not, but at the turn of it, you must begin to look at the internal structure as it's coming down and try to engage a buy. And when you engage a buy, then look for what is going to happen. If price is going to, once the price breaks this area, we are going up. So on the 1-hour time frame, what can I see? On the 1-hour time frame, yes, what can I see? On the 1-hour time frame, like this one gave a clear rejection, so we need to follow this. We need to follow this. This is still a bit messy. It's a bit messy. So, but we need to, let's follow this. If this one should come down as a 5-wave structure at the completion of the 5th wave, let's look for a buy. So that's what I can say. On the 15 minutes time frame of that leg, that's when we need to pay attention now. Or what I'm seeing here is a buy. So this may be like a 1 and a 2. Then let's see this way, the way this one is going to run down. At the break of this structure here, or this structure, it might just break this structure. So once it breaks low from here, I think we can look for a buy. Yeah, it's tricky though, but I think it's a buy that I'm seeing and nothing more. I'm seeing a buy, and I'm seeing that it's going to break here, and probably around this area. It may set to this area, but we need to follow this. With that, I've come to the end of this week update. Do like, share, comment. Bye.